Hi everybody, video 34, forgiveness. So important, forgiveness in one's life. I once heard a metaphor that explains in an amazing way, I believe, our choice with forgiveness. It says that we will never die from a snake bite, but we will die from the venom that is left in our body and our veins. Basically, we will always fight. We will always have arguments. It's inevitable. It's part of life. That's not what's going to kill us. What will kill us is if we stay angry and we choose to stay with the resentment. That's the poison in our veins. My personal biggest lesson with forgiveness was with my father. When I was 6 years old, he had a very bad accident, drunk driving, and he hurt himself. Excuse me, it was a bad brain injury. He was in a coma for about a month and a half and in the hospitals for about a year. My mom took him out of the hospitals after a year by choice. It was either bringing him home or leaving him there in a psych ward to be drugged day in, day out, which was unacceptable to her. So she brought home a different man than we all knew. I had a father that I remember that would play with me and pick me up in one hand and be silly with me and get mad at me sometimes. And I got a father that was mad all the time and angry all the time and cursing and using language I wasn't familiar with, and it was very, very difficult. I grew up into my teenage years to really hate him. I was embarrassed. I couldn't bring friends home. It was a very difficult environment to grow up in. But with years, when I started doing work, personal work, I decided to look into forgiveness with him as well. And I looked into life from his point of view. I chose to see things from basically wear his shoes, as they say. And I thought about how a man that ran a home would feel like now that he's dependent on everybody else, and especially when there are things that is not in his control as well. So I chose to hug and to love and to forgive rather than to be mad and to resent him for everything. And needless to say, I have the best father ever, and we have the best relationship these days, and been like that for years already. And he's great, and he's funny, and he's silly, and he's crazy, and I love him. And it took work, and it took time, and most of all, it took willingness. You have to be willing to forgive, you know? Some people just want to stay angry. That won't give you anything, and that's just going to create some really bad results in life. That's how I see it anyway. So yeah, forgiveness, it's important, and it's very important with ourselves as well. You know, we have to remember to forgive ourselves for things we say, for things we do. It's okay to have forgiveness and compassion for ourselves. I hope you can find forgiveness in your heart for whoever needs it in your life. And I hope you have a blessed day.